Good morning. Brought you guys in here today just to discuss a few things that have definitely been affecting everybody. Not that anybody's been doing anything wrong, but definitely something that we should be more cognizant about. Um, it's really a life-saving and a life-threatening issue, if we would say. As you guys all know, we love to eat, which is awesome. It's great that we love to eat. It's good that we can cook the food that we do, but at the same time, we have to be aware of how much we're eating. Recently, I've been made aware of a new initiative that's been going on. The International Association of Fire Chiefs has actually started this initiative back in February. It's called the If You Don't Feel Well, Don't Make It Your Fare Well. And basically, what that means, it covers a lot of our cardiac health issues, especially down here in Houston, really just all South Texas, where we love barbecue. I mean, everybody loves barbecue, but at the same time, it's not the best thing for us. It it's good, but at the same time, it makes us heavier, it makes us slower. Um, it puts just buildup in your arteries, which we definitely don't need. It's something that we all need to be aware of. Some things that we can definitely do is obviously try to eat healthier. I know it's hard. We love meat, but just really just limit our portions. You can still get the same flavor. Just smaller portions would definitely help. Obviously, what you eat affects how you feel. If you show up after eating ribs and fajitas all night, you show up the next day, you're not going to feel too well. Your body's going to take a long time to try to metabolize all of that meat. It's definitely something that we should be aware of. So we're bringing you guys in today. Obviously, I didn't want to start off with, hey, you're going to die, because you're not going to die. There's things you can do, obviously, working out, eating healthier, and just keeping track of what we're doing. Us as firefighters, we have to be physically fit to do the job. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're the fastest runner, because a lot of times the people that can run the longest really can't lift that much weight. You have to be all around physically fit. And speaking of being all around, we also have to make sure that we don't let our guts hang. I know typically, you especially as drivers, you want to say that, hey, I'm starting to get my driver belly going, because as we say, you only eat what your mask can hold, and as a driver, you don't have a mask to hold it in. But you never know that time may come where you have to ride up or ride down the spot and you do have a mask to fill. And you start thinking about the meals that you had before and how they've affected you now. One thing I wanted to cover was a study by Dr. Kells from Harvard found that 68% of overweight and obese firefighters don't think they're overweight, because culturally it's normal to see big guys, because some of those big guys are some of the strongest guys I've ever met. But we do have to move past certain traditions. Yes, helmets are always going to be the same leather helmets, because traditionally that's acceptable. But also we have to move past the tradition, per se, of seeing the bigger, heavier guys. We can help each other out by not necessarily keeping track of each other and what we're taking in, but just trying to cook healthier or trying to make better suggestions on meal times. More recently, most insurances have started going to the health and wellness side. As I mentioned before, the IAFC launched a health and wellness initiative. They also launched it in coordination with the IAFF, which included fitness programs, annual medical exams, and behavioral health programs. Not only do you have to be physically fit, medically okay to do the job, you have to be mentally okay to do the job. Most of the things that we see in the fire service are not happy events for anybody. We can't obviously be happy when somebody else loses a loved one, when somebody else loses their house, when somebody else loses all their belongings. It doesn't make us happy. So we have to keep that in check. We have to make sure that we are not only checking on ourselves, but checking on each other. Here at this department, we have a peer-to-peer program that we've launched where, obviously you don't want to take this drama home, because sometimes your spouse or your loved ones aren't the best people to share what you've seen throughout the day. Sometimes the best people to share what you've seen throughout the day are the people that have actually seen it with you. Just bouncing ideas off, and even if they're just there to listen, it's good to maintain a good mind while you're on shift. But mainly, one thing that I want to get across is that we need to do better. Some of us are doing okay, but together as a fire service, we need to do better. We need to eat healthier. We need to lose a little bit of weight, and go get your exams. Most insurances cover one checkup per year, and if that's all you're getting, that's fine. Just know where you're at. The worst thing is I can compare it to being in a fire and not knowing where you're at. That's one of the worst feelings, is when you're lost. So picture your body like that. Picture that your body is lost, and you need to know where your body's at, what your numbers are, what your risks for certain diseases are. As you know, cardiac arrest is still one of the biggest killers, followed by suicide in the fire service. And that's something that we as firefighters and members of the fire service, that's something that we can do to positively affect change. And as long as we keep moving forward and keep trying to do better, we will be better. And so I just want everybody to try to do their best. I know that sometimes it's kind of tough. Like I said, we really don't have time to meal plan and prep, because we don't know if we're going to be at the station at the time that we're supposed to be eating certain meals. But do what you can, help each other do what they can, and also just, like I said, do your best. Thank you.